Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? King checking in. You see me? Got some Pozzolis. Booked my first load. I got my truck leased on. Beautiful day, man. Tell you about what it's paying, where it's going, and I'm about to head to the pickup. But first, before I start the video, I want to get a shout out to a restaurant called Prepped here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I'm gonna shout these guys out because a lot of us truckers out here be eating the truck stops like I am right now, and there's a lot of unhealthy options and very few healthy options. But what these guys do is they prep healthy portions for you, and they sell it to you that way to where all you have to do is just microwave it for 2 minutes. So check this video out, and then I'll get to it. Get a chance, y'all ever here in Oklahoma City, definitely check out this place. It's called Prepped. And what they do is prepare your meals for you so that you can microwave them. So you in the truck, these would be the perfect thing to have. These are sugar-free, caffeinated energy drinks. A lot of protein stuff. They keep all their meals, everything on them. All the way around.
I just might be in your hood.
Fuck out of here, man. You dumbass niggas. You niggas is silly out here trying to look cute and shit, man.
I just might be in your hood.
Niggas wanna come talk to me about all this dumb shit.
My records. Just arrived at the shipper. Let's go open these doors real quick. Crack these doors open. Nah, I ain't gonna be like that with y'all, man. I ain't gonna be like with y'all. I ain't gonna be like that with y'all. I'm just trying to survive, man, out here in these roads. For real. Everything right. Empty trailer. Get money so I can take care of business. One of them shippers I get to first, and I open the doors, because it don't matter what they tell me, the doors is open. You putting something up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you this load. I'm gonna show y'all. What I did is I actually screenshot it, and I'm gonna put it up on here. I usually don't even do that, because it really don't matter. Well, it's paying $5, which of course ain't gonna be possible, or paying $20,000. But if I do get that low, I'm definitely gonna show y'all that. How you doing? Finally riding. Yeah, it looks like it's moving. You probably hear me clear as a bell right now. Let me see how everything look like when I'm going in motion. I think those little 2 green lines on the RPM gauge is like a fuel economy range. That would be my guess. All right, y'all. My bad. I didn't mean to do it. I was supposed to finish this video after delivering my first load. But 3 things happened, right? So I'm gonna try to put it up on here. I don't know how to do all this stuff editing perfect yet, but just follow me a little bit. So the first thing was where we stopped at the Petro in Galloway, Arkansas. For those who know, it's like right outside of Little Rock. That first stop, this happened. I don't know what happened out here. I don't know this is a side. What I was talking about, somebody got shot out here. I don't know what happened, but I heard the gunshots. Just don't know who it was. Little Rock, Arkansas. So let me first start talking about that, right? We pull up to the fuel aisle, get something to eat, and then we go around to like the reserved parking area and park like on the end, right? Close the curtains because I say, you know what? I'm gonna take like an hour break, chill out, you know what I mean? Eat, get my stomach right, watch something on TV. Next thing you know, pow, pow. The heck was that? Pow, 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 pow. So I dug back. Waited for about a cool 1 or 2 minutes to see if I was going to hear any commotion or anything going on. I ain't nosy. Now, I know a lot of people, especially in apartment complexes, you pull in, you look at their blinds, they always look bent and messed up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't like that. I ain't looking out of nothing. Nothing. Because I don't know if they're out there still. I don't know if somebody trying to do like a little quick left, right, you know what I mean? I ain't getting shot being nosy. I mind my own business. I continue to eat my food, waited for about an hour to go by like I originally intended. I peek out the curtains, and that's why I saw all those police cars, at least 12 of them, local police officers. They walking around the truck, my truck, because it sounded like it was going right outside the window. My truck, walking up, picking up casings and gun shells. I said casings and gun shells, you know, bullet casings. That happened right outside of my truck. Right outside of my truck. Peeled off, left. That was my story. Y'all can comment or whatever below. But they didn't ask me no questions. But they were blocking me in. I had to wait for all of them to leave so I could leave. Now, the second thing what happened. I just bought this truck, so I don't know everything about it. You know, it's a learning experience because first off, I've never had a Kenworth like you saw in my previous video. But I noticed this truck don't idle all night. Paccar does not idle all night. But you hear it idling right now. I'll get that to a second. So when it idles, it cuts off, and I cut it back on, the starter started doing something to where it sounded like it was over cranking. I don't know much about it. I would have to demonstrate what I was talking about, but it's not doing it now. But it was doing it for that day and a little bit of the next day. He'll over crank or it will like freeze and then start. So it blew up that malfunction light. I noticed that I needed to change my fill water separator. It was full, but before I bought the truck, I had the people who I bought it from do a PM change. I know they changed the oil filters and stuff on the other side, but my fill water separator was full. I stopped at a Petro, I ain't gonna say which one it is. Got it changed for $40 total. Under the table. Gone. I stopped that night. On the first load still. Stopped that night. Took a 10. Woke up. Cranked it the next day. Malfunction light went off. Kept on going. Now, I get to the delivery. It's a drop-in hook. It's one of those loads you're supposed to drop it and leave it at the customer for 2 days, but I know the receiver. So I know it's not 2 days. I know they got a trailer pool for Landstar trailers. I check in, drop my loaded trailer, go to the empty trailer, hook up to it, Luckily, this is where I need to do y'all pre-trips. I usually just pull off, just depending. I just usually hook up, pull off. This time, I didn't do that, and there was a reason why. It's because I saw this. See that crap? The trailer door on the driver's side missing, man. It's on the ground. You see the pictures? On the ground. Now, I called and said, hey man, this trailer y'all told me to take, there's a trailer door on the ground. One of the yard drivers tore it off. Right off the hinges. The hinges were still attached to the trailer. On the ground, the door. I ain't gonna take it. She told me I had 2 trailers left, and then she told me if there's any issues with those other 2 trailers, call us back. Give me a second trailer. I'll go around, hook up to that. Everything's fine, but when I noticed when I left, when I used my turn signals, it was doing the hyper flash, and you know Kenworths usually tell you when a headlight out or a lamp out, tell a brake light out, but it was hyper flashing, I didn't have no warnings. And come to find out, you know the newer Landstar trailers got the marker lights up top, like at the back. I know this ain't my trailer, but it's at the top, on the corners where they kind of break and flash too. Those 2 lights need to be replaced. It ain't gonna throw a code for that because I guess it's kind of recent. You know, they started putting those lights up there. So I'm still assigned to that trailer, but it drives me crazy every time I change lanes. Now, if you notice, I don't have it. That's because I'm already on my second load and I dropped the trailer at the receiver already. So this is my video of my first 2 loads. So I'm finishing it up now. Delivered 2 loads. And I'll learn a little bit more about the truck. Now let me get back to the idling thing. So this driving me crazy. Every time I set the brake, 5 minutes later it cuts off. Don't matter what's going on. I don't know how to make it idle. So I tried to stop to a third-party shop that had the paccar software to disable the idle shutdown instead of going to the Kenworth dealer because it's always a wait unless you just happen to get lucky that day in that location, which is what I'm trying to do now. So he charged me a half-hour labor to hook the computer up. It's typically $97. In this particular place in Georgia, they charge 3% on all debit card, credit card transactions. Tifton. And he hooked it up. He couldn't get into it. He said he tried 3 different avenues. I forgot how he explained it, but he said he tried to go through going through the scan. Then he tried to go through the program settings or however they get into the truck computer. Couldn't get into it. But he showed me that there was old codes and ghost codes that he erased for me. Cool. He did that for me. He said all bullshit codes. There's nothing to him to worry about now. Then he said, I see this truck is programmed for an idle. I said, well, how I make an idle? And I searched all over YouTube forums. And I'm not sure if I figured it out yet. But he showed me in my face how to do it. For y'all who want to idle y'all truck, y'all packers all night. I ain't got no Kenworth idle management system. I ain't got no APU. But what he told me, he showed me, and I'm only repeating it based off of what I remember right now, not how he exactly showed me. But he said something about pushing in and pulling the parking brake, turn your thermostat on to wherever temperature you need it at, and then turn the cruise on, bump it up, bump it down, and then bump it up again. It idles. Now, when I park after I pull out of the shop, I did that and it idled past 5 minutes. I think it idled for at least 3-something hours before I found that my second load, which is what I'm doing now, or I just finished. After that, I couldn't figure out what the heck I did. Like, it kept cutting off. I'm like, I tried it different ways. It wasn't idling. So So right when I parked just now, I tried what I just told you. I pushed the parking brake in, pulled it, turned the cruise control on, bump up, bump down, bump up. And you can tell by this whole video, this part of this video, it's been longer than 5 minutes because I can see my timer. It's still idling. Listen, hopefully you can hear it through my microphone. It's still idling. It's been idling the whole time. Actually, it's been idling for at least probably 45 minutes now. So I'm gonna try to see how long it stay like that. But me, I don't like to idle anyways, but I do like to idle because my bunk heater, which I'll talk about that later, needs some maintenance. And I don't want to freeze or burn up. Messed up life choice, ain't it? But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will come back on the next one. See you then.